Hi, Susie Dragonfly. I'm at Mycenae, and we just visited the castle area and the citadel. The castle, that's the outside of the castle, where it would be, there's nothing to see there, just walls, halves of walls, and then just flat, extensive, larger rooms, just the ground. Everything else has been removed or destroyed through time, and it's because this dates back to about 1300 BC. 1,300 years before Christ. So the surrounding areas, just beautiful. The ocean is right over there. It's the Aegean Sea. And as I said, the royalty would be in the castle, and then probably all the servants, cooks, and anyone protecting the castle through the fortress or wall would be closer. And then 50,000 people lived outside the surrounding fortress or walls of the castle. There'd probably be within the walls of the city. But this would just be protected, and it would be like royalty, nobility. So they'd probably come out, but everybody didn't come in. So we're walking. Let me show you the back of the main lion gate. I don't know if you can see it, pointing to it down there. I'll show you the other side in a minute. But the original wall of the city, they bury their dead in special stone graves and create a mask. If you ever saw Game of Thrones, they had like that mask. They would make masks that look painted just like the person, put them on top, and bury them. Then bring offerings like wine and whatever, almost like a Dia de los Muertos, like a Day of the Dead, to honor their dead. And I'll show you the grave area. But there's all sorts of rooms. Some they know. Some are like granaries, which is where they kept grain. They're doing some art. They're doing some archaeology right there. It's constantly doing it, I'm sure. And they find things because this is a huge valley. So there's some high school tour groups and stuff. So they're just normal teenagers hanging out. They could care less about this place. They're just hanging out with the girls their age. But anyway, I'm going to show you. You can see the original street. But this is, I'm going to turn around a minute. I don't break my mic. I'm slipping on this stuff. I'll show you down there. You can see they're like pits, and they would bury. There's like rooms in the pits, and when they excavated them, they found bodies, like buried with the masks and other things, buried respectively, and they'd honor them. And this had to be the wall of the city because they'd never bury someone inside the wall. So this was the original wall. So that was extended out. And they'd have all sorts of things that they'd be able to come outside the wall of not of the city, of the castle, to give offerings to their loved ones who've passed. And there's you could see how to get there. I'll show you. They had a walkway to go down to these pits, and sort of like an underground mausoleum, so to speak. But you can see, I'll do a little turnaround. That would be the main entrance. Of course, they'd come in probably with their horse and cattle. That's some of the other rooms would be for livestock, horses, cattle, whatever they needed for their daily lives, and to protect. This is where this would be guarded, right here. This is the Lion's Gate, and I'll show you why. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty famous. And this would have a huge door fortress, but there's something, they don't know what this little square is for. It's just not big enough for anything. But maybe probably to have some sort of, it's like a niche to put, I would think maybe hide from the rain, but most of the niches anywhere, any chapel, any building from that period they'd have a statue or god or something that would honor and protect the fortress and the building, and people lived in it. So right above me, very famous, is the Lion's Gate stone. It's one piece of stone, and they use that, and the advanced design to be able to have stones that large. They're tons. put them up there, and it's almost like a keystone. To support that is pretty amazing. And there were heads, there were 2 lions, there were heads at one point, and the column represents something, I'm not sure. But you can see this would have a huge gate that would open up or open out, and everyone would enter that's allowed to go to the castle would enter through that way. And then you can see on the outside, huge stone wall fortress. Here, can you see? See the stones? And this would be all built up pretty high. No one could get in. But out of here in the valley, you see all the orchards where they grow all the crops that we produce to feed all the people and to feed the family that lived in the castle. Yeah, pretty cool. If you get the opportunity to come to Greece, do the day tours, because they're far from the beaten path. They're hard to get to. You have to do a tour, and if you do, get one that they give you, like, you know, a thing that you can. Most good ones ask. They have an excellent like art historian who does the tour in every language, and you can request different languages, and it's reasonable. Paid less than €100, which is like $100. $110 to come all the way here and not see like all these things would be sad. And to have an expert tell me about it, and transportation, luncheons included, and you meet people, great people from all over the world on the tour, so it's really fun. Okay, Susie Dragonfly, I gotta charge my phone. See you in the next stop. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out. Bye, Lionsgate. Ciao.